grab your bolster, put the bolster on the back of your mat, grab 3 blocks, the blocks on the front of your mat, and grab also the strap. So we're gonna use everything today. Create a loop and put the loop around the hip. Sit in front of the bolster. Just pay attention to have a bit of space between the buttocks and the bolster. Put your feet in Baddha Konasana and use your strap to connect the 2 feet and the waist. Okay. Close a little bit the strap to have a bit of tension. To feel the hip rotating forward thanks to this tension. Okay. Pay attention to have the strap behind the bones, not on the waist, but really on the bones, against the bones. Put your hands behind your buttocks, tag the tailbone under, and lay down over the bolster. You can move your blocks to give a bit of support to your legs. Slide the shoulder blades toward the waist, roll the arms outward, and push the back of your head away from the shoulders. Close your eyes. And start relaxing. Breathe deeply and observe your body relax with every exhalation. Relax your forehead, your eyebrows, and the skin between the eyebrows. Relax the skin of your face. Unclench your jaw and let your lips open slightly. Let your mouth relax. Relax your throat, your neck, relax your shoulders, arms, forearms, and hands.
Relax your back, the muscles of your back, and your spine, vertebra per vertebra. Relax your abdominal area. Your hips. Groins. Thighs. Hamstring. Knees. Calf. Shins. Ankles and feet. Bring your attention to your breathing cycle and start observing every aspect of the breathing cycle. Which part of your body moves the most? The chest or the abdominal area? Observe without changing anything, not yet. Become a witness. Observe the length of your breathing cycle. Is inhalation and exhalation of the same length? Or one of the two phases is naturally longer? Observe without changing anything. Observe to know yourself. Observe the small pauses between inhalation and exhalation, and between exhalation and inhalation. The small moments where everything stops, even your breath. Become aware of the 4 phases of your breathing cycle: inhalation, suspension, exhalation, suspension, and there too, observe. Is one of the suspended states longer compared to the other? Observe. Prima, observing breaths. At the end of the third, take control. And lengthen the suspended state. Without forcing. Use the muscles of your chest to allow the suspended state last longer. There too, without forcing, is not a challenge. You're playing with your limits. You're starting to play with your limits. But it's not a challenge. It's a discovery of yourself. Keep a calm, relaxed, long, slow breath. And starting from your next exhalation, take control also of the active phases. And create a breathing cycle where you have inhalation and exhalation of the same length. There too, without forcing. Long, slow, relaxed breath. Be present in every moment of your breathing cycle. Long, steady breath. Same length, inhalation and exhalation. Longer suspended states. Same length, inhalation and exhalation. Longer suspended state. If you feel comfortable, create a breathing cycle of the same length for the 4 phases. If it's a little bit too much, go back to the previous technique. Same length, inhalation and exhalation, longer suspended states. Adjust your inhalation and exhalation in order to have the 4 phases of the same length. Long, slow, relaxed, yet steady breath. 3 more controlled breaths. At the end of the third, go back to your normal breath. Inhale deeply and straighten your arms to the sky, palms facing each other. Push the arms back into the shoulder socket and shoulder blades toward the waist. Keep those movements in place and slowly allow the hand to go behind you. Lower your arms straight, and always push the arms back into the shoulder socket. Allow the front part of your body to stretch, lengthen, but keep on pushing the arms back into the shoulder socket to focus the opening on the muscles around the shoulders. 3 breaths. At the end of the third breath, bend your elbows, interlace the fingers, and put the hand in contact with the top of your head. The palm of the hand in contact with the top of your head. Yeah. Keep the shoulder blades toward the waist and allow your elbows to fold toward the ground. Allow your chest to open. Three breaths. At the end of the third, roll your arms and forearms outward to have the top of your head, hand touching the top of your head. And there, move the thumb to the wall behind you and try and move the small finger toward the head. Observe that this movement will open even more your chest. Observe this small movement on your hands, this rotation of hands, wrists, forearm, and arms. Will move also your shoulders and shoulder blades. 3 breaths. At the end of the third, keep your hands interlaced, but straighten your arms behind you. Once that you have your arms straight, pull the arms back into the shoulder sockets. And there too, push the thumb toward the wall behind you and the small finger toward the head. Arms straight. Three breaths. At the end of the third, relax your arms next to the sides. The eyes closed. Try and observe the muscles that you use until now. Observe if you have any feelings in your hands, arms, shoulders, and shoulder blades. And allow your body to relax again. Last moments. There's a block on your right side. Roll on your right side. Move the strap so it will be easier. And push with the left hand to sit up. Okay. Take away the strap. Pull the bolster to the front of the mat. Seat on the back of the mat. Knees wide, as wide as the mat. And the two victors are touching. Sit on your heels, sternum up, shoulder blades down, roll your hips forward, put your forearm over the bolster, arms straight, pull the arms back into the shoulder socket, and allow your head to rest on the ground. Push your chest toward the ground. Move your sternum toward the bolster and shoulder blades toward the waist. Roll your hips slightly forward. Arms straight till the very tip of your fingers. Three breaths. At the end of the third breath, lift your head, just the head, and look at your hands. In that position, push the arm back into the shoulder socket even more. Push the sternum toward the bolster. And push the chest down to the ground. Without losing, without compromising all those movements, allow your head to go down again to the ground. Without losing all the other movements. 3 breaths again.
Sternum toward the bolster, shoulder blades toward the waist. And slowly. Come on.
Sit over the bolster. Comfortable position. Okay. Put your hands on the upper thighs. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. And move the two elbows a bit closer. Okay. Now, create circles with the lumbar spine and with the hips. Shoulders and head are not moving. Focus the movement just on hips and lumbar spine. Allow your hips to roll forward and backward. Okay. Roll on the other side. Again, focus the movement on hips and lumbar spine. Allow your hips to rotate forward or backward to create this movement. Keep the elbows quite close. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Shoulders and head not moving. Okay. Inhale deeply. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Roll the arms outward. With the thumb back. Open the chest. Inhale deeply. With the exhalation, rotate the chest to the right. Push the right thumb back and lift the sternum. Three breaths. At the end of the third, go back to the center. Breathe deeply. And go to the other side. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. 3 breaths. And come back to the center. Okay. Now, move the bolster away and sit in Baddha Konasana. But keep the feet not too close to the pubic bones. Okay, perfect. Grab your ankles. Sternum up. Rotate the hip forward. Sternum up. Seriously. Okay, that is better. And release. Grab your knees. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. And create a tension between the hand and the knees to push the chest forward. Rotate the hip forward. Sternum up. push the chest forward, but shoulders are not moving. Shoulder blades down. And release. Keep your spine straight, so rotate slightly the head forward. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Roll the arms outward. Open your arms wide. Inhale deeply with the exhalation. Turn on your right side. Put the outside of your left hand right out of the right knee. Roll the right arm outward and look back. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, go back to center. Inhale deeply. With the exhalation, rotate to the left. Put the outside right hand out of your left knee. Roll the arms outward and turn. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd, go back to center. Grab either the ankles or the shins and put the elbows in contact with the knees, the inner knees. Sternum up, shoulder blades down, and start moving forward with the chest and push slightly with the elbows against the inner knees. Sternum up. Rotate the hips forward. Allow your hips to open slowly and in control. Push slightly with the elbows against the inner knees. But listen to your body. Play with your body without challenging your body. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd, slowly up. Put your hand behind your buttocks. Roll the arms outward and push with the hands against the ground to lift the chest. In the meantime, push the outer part of your feet, one against the other, and the inner part of your feet, move the inner part of your feet toward the knees, also open the base of your feet to the sky. 3 breaths. Push the inner part, the outer part of your feet together, the inner part of the feet toward the knees, almost to open the base, and slowly release all the movements. Grab the outer knees and push the knees together. Okay, grab the knees with the full arm Walk back with your feet and find balance. Once that you found your balance, allow your head to fall down toward our chest and close your eyes. Allow your spine to round a bit. And breathe deeply. Observe your body moving when you inhale or exhale. Observe that even if your body is moving, you're still in balance. You're stable in your instability. Lift your head, open your eyes, cross your shins. Allow the shins to go down in a sort of cross-leg position. Yay. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Roll your hips forward. Put your elbows over the knees. But again, lift your sternum. Three breaths. At the end of the third, go back and balance and cross the shins on the other side. Allow the feet to go down to the ground in a cross-leg position on the other side. Roll your hips forward, put your elbows over the knees, sternum up, keep your spine straight. And there. 3 breaths. At the end of the third, slowly come up and again balance just for a few moments. Okay, now cross your shins again, but try and move to arrive in a tabletop position. So move your feet toward the buttocks and push forward your body. Yay! To move to a tabletop position. Keep the hands under the shoulders. Open the feet, open the fingers wide and roll the arms outward. Keep the index finger pointing straight forward you. Keep the shoulders toward the waist, shoulder blades toward the waist. And move your feet to the side of the mat. Walk slightly back with your knees, but just a tiny bit. Okay. Tuck your toes under. Inhale deeply with the exhalation. Push your buttocks back and shoulders down. Keep the shoulders down and slowly start straightening your legs. Lift your heels as high as you can and roll the thighs inward, almost to move the heels away from each other. There, roll your hips forward and move your chest toward the toes. Arms straight. And slowly allow your heels to go down again. Even though it's not, they won't be touching the ground anymore, maybe. It's not a problem. Stay there for 3 breaths and keep on pushing the chest toward the toes. Slowly walk back with your hands to enter Uttanasana. Legs straight, put the weight of your body on the ball of the feet. Relax your arms, your head, your spine. Three breaths. At the end of the third, put your hands on the waist, bend slightly your knees, and come up. Come in the middle of the mat for Tadasana, the mountain pose. The 2 big toes are touching, heels are slightly apart. The hips slightly backward. Stand them up, shoulder blades down. Relax your arms completely. Close your eyes, just for a few moments. Find a stability in this position. Push with the feet against the ground to grow taller. And in the meantime, imagine the shoulders, arms, and hands want to touch the ground. Open your eyes and open your feet wide. Okay. Now, roll your right leg to the right. The feet is pointing to the right. Roll the left leg inward, just a tiny bit, to have the left heel pointed at 45 degrees back. Okay. Take the tailbone under, send them up, shoulder blades down. Straighten your arms. Inhale deeply with exhalation. Allow your chest to move to the right. Keep the 2 arms parallel to the ground. Draw the left arm outward to have the palm of the hand facing the sky. Still parallel to the ground. Move your left thumb back. Left shoulder back. Without moving the left arm, allow the right arm to move in front of the right leg. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Imagine that someone is pulling your left arm back without compromising this movement of the chest. Lift your left arm to the sky. Look at the left thumb if you don't have any issues on the neck. Otherwise, look in front of you. 3 breaths. At the end of the third, slowly, come on. Okay, bend slightly the right leg. Straighten your left arm to the back and roll the left arm inward. Bend your elbows and grab your pen, your right hand, as firmly as possible. Move your left shoulder back to be able to take a firmer grip on the pen. Now, roll the right arm outward and put the outer hand inside your inner knee. Just in contact with the inner knee, okay. There. Start straightening the right leg and allow your chest to sink down, to go down. Without losing the grip of the pens. The 2 legs are straight now. Sternum up. Okay, now look to the right. Observe that just looking to the right will move your shoulders in alignment with the right leg. Without compromising on that, look in front of you again. Okay. And allow your left arm to move toward the sky. 3 breaths. At the end of the third, come up with the chest, but in the meantime, bend your knee, right knee. Keep the arms parallel to the ground. And pay attention to have the knee right aligned with the heel, or a little bit to the back, but not to the front. Roll the arms outwards to have the palm of the hand facing the sky and push the thumb back to open the chest. Push the outside left feet to the ground. Push it to the ground. Sternum up, shoulder blades down, and bend slightly the elbows to find a softer asana, a softer pose. 3 breaths again. At the end of the third, bend your right elbows at 90 degrees and put the right elbows over the right knee. Okay. Try and keep the knee aligned with the heel so you can put your weight on the elbows and it will be a little bit more comfortable. Roll the left arm back. Keep the arm parallel to the ground and push the thumb back.
Again, look at your right and observe that looking at your right will align your spine. Without compromising this movement, look in front of you again. Okay. Lift your left arm to the sky, palm facing the right side, shoulder blades toward the waist, and slowly allow your hand to go down to create a straight line from your feet to the hand. Push the thumb back and look at the sky. 3 breaths. At the end of the third, slowly come up. And come to the center. Legs wide, close your eyes. Observe if you have any differences between left and right. Open your eyes again. Draw your left leg outward to have the left feet pointing to the left. Roll the right one inward to have the right feet at 45 degrees. Okay. Keep the 2 legs straight and active, especially the left leg, to avoid the hyperextended knee. Stand them up, shoulder blades down, straighten your arms parallel to the ground. Keep the arms parallel to the ground and allow your chest to go to the side. When you're there, roll the right arm backward. Outward, sorry. And push the thumb back. Push the shoulder back. Allow your left arm to fall down to the ground. Look at your left side to open and align the spine. Look back in front of you without compromising this movement. And allow your right arm to move toward the sky. 3 breaths. At the end of the third, slowly come up. Bend slightly the left leg, straighten your right arm, roll the right arm inward, bend your elbows, and grab the pants. Push the right shoulder back, sternum up, shoulder blades down. Keep the 2 shoulders aligned over the legs. Roll the left arm outward to have the back of your hand touching the inner knee. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. And there, allow the leg to straighten and allow the chest to go down to your maximum. Push the right shoulder back, sternum up, shoulder blades down. Look a little bit to the left. Okay. And there,
Lift your right hand to the sky. 3 breaths. At the end of the third, slowly come up with the chest and bend your knee. Keep the arms parallel to the ground, sternum up, shoulder blades down. Keep the left knee aligned with the left heel or a little bit to the back of the heel, not to the front. Tuck the tailbone under, sternum up, shoulder blades down. Push the outside right feet to the ground, onto the ground. Roll the arms outward. Lift the shoulder, lift the sternum, shoulder down, and bend slightly the arms to find a more gentle pose, softer pose. It's still a warrior pose, so it's still a challenging pose, but it's slightly softer. Bend your left arm and put the left elbow just over the left knee. Keep the right arm parallel to the ground and imagine that someone is pulling your right arm to the back. Push the thumb back, push the elbows back, push the shoulder back, sternum up, shoulder blades down. Look to the left to open the spine. And there, allow your right arm to point to the sky. There. Focus even more on moving the shoulder blades toward the waist and move the right arm in line with the leg. Create a straight line from the right hand to the right feet. Sternum up, shoulder blades down, and look at the sky. 3 breaths. Shoulder down and shoulder blades down, even more. And slowly come up. Keep the outer feet parallel to the small side of the mat. Hands on the waist. Bend slightly, micro bend your knee. Roll the hips forward and allow the spine to unwind. Allow the arms to relax. Put the weight of your body on the ball of the feet. Three breaths. At the end of the third, bend your knees, put your hands on the waist, and come up. Walk like Charlie Chaplin. And come back to Tadasana, the mountain pose. Find your stability in a mountain pose. The 2 big toes are touching. The heels are slightly apart. It could even be a micromillimeter. Just not touching. Tuck the tailbone under. Allow the hip to rotate backward. In the meantime, sternum up, shoulder blades down. Close your eyes. Observe if your weight is more on the right side or on the left side. More on the front of your feet or on the heels. Just observe where your barycenter is. Okay, open your eyes. Look at your toes and lift the toes. Open wide the toes, as wide as you can. And move just the big toes down to the ground. Just the big toes. There, move the small ones, the pinky toes, down to the ground. The three in the middle are still not touching the ground. And only now allow the three in the middle to go down to the ground again. Move the weight a little bit to the front. Once you firmly have this toes onto the ground, and close your eyes again. Observe if now the weight is more on the right or left, on the front or the back. Just observe. Become a witness. Slowly open your eyes. Put your weight on the right leg, bend your left one. Open the left knee wide and allow the left feet to touch the right leg. Put your hands in prayer position just in front of the chest and find a dristi, a fixed spine just in front of you. Now, keep the thumb and the small finger touching, but open the three finger in the middle to create a sort of flower opening. With this open flower, lift your hands and align the open flower to the top of your head. 3 breaths. At the end of the third, go back into Tadasana. Find your balance again, find your stability again. Move your weight on the left leg, bend your right one, open the right knee to the side, and allow the right feet to touch the left one. Put your hands in prayer position just in front of the chest and open the flower. Thumb and small finger are touching, the base of the hand are touching, and the 3 fingers in the middle are opening like a flower. Inhale deeply. With the exhalation, lift this flower to the top of your head. Align to the top of the head, not touching. Stand up, shoulder blades down. 3 breaths. At the end of the third, go back into Tadasana. Close your eyes just for a brief moment. Observe if there is any feelings rising up to the surface. Open your eyes and lay down on the mat again. Put the 2 feet together in the middle of the mat. Knees bent. Lift your knees and grab your knees. Push the knees toward the chest to lengthen the spine. Roll to the right and to the left. Just for a few moments. Okay. Open your arms wide. And allow the 2 knees to fall to the right side. The 2 feet are onto the right side. You can use your right hand to secure the 2 knees to the ground, to push the 2 knees to the ground. Look at your left side. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd, go back to center and allow the knees to fall to the left. You can secure the 2 knees with the left hand. Look at your right side. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd, go back to center. And prepare for Shavasana. If you want to, you can use your bolster and put the bolster behind your knees to find a more comfortable position. Roll the legs outward and roll also the arms outward. Keep the shoulder blades flat onto the ground and push the back of your head away from the shoulders. Close your eyes and use the first moments of Shavasana to recall the information that your body gave to you during the practice before relaxing completely. At the end of Shavasana, I'm going to sing a mantra. I'm going to chant a mantra. At the end of the mantra, I will guide you out of the pose. Till that very moment, relax. Purnamadam Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Purnamadam Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Purnamadam Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om. Really slowly, start moving your toes and fingers. Bring back the awareness into your body. Inhale deeply and exhale fully with your mouth. Release all tension. Allow the exhalation to get rid of all the tension in your body. One last time. Bend your knees, roll on your right side. Stay on your right side for a few moments before sitting comfortably for the chant of 3 on. Keep your spine straight. Put your thumb and index finger in contact, and the palm of the hand either facing the sky or facing the ground, the one which is more comfortable for you. There too, stand up and shoulder blades down. But try and find a comfortable position. Close your eyes. Inhale deeply. Put your hands in prayer position just in front of the chest. Open your eyes. Namaste.